Hey guys, Takanasak here, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy II! Now with Mage Central. Sure, I guess. This house is just the revive house, if you have anybody dead, so. Here we can purchase most of the magics in the game. A lot of them are just redos. I think the four on the outsides there are just redos of other shops. However, the middle one here has a few new spells you could purchase. I've already gone over what most of these do. But yeah, all of this is white magic, including Holy here, which could be useful, but it's way too late in the game for me to be buying more magics. Just once again, the way I played through it, it's too late for me to want to be grinding anything else up. But I was mentioning earlier how you can use the swap or change spell with lower HP enemies to get really easy stat boosts. So if you want to purchase this and take advantage of that by going back near Altea and just kind of grinding around there, well, feel free to do that. But you may need to level it up a little bit. I'm not sure exactly what level it would have to be, but it's just an option. I'm not going to take advantage of that, but you can. Here's some stuff we can get. I would like to get let's take a look here first. You saw the Thief Gauntlet there, which I do want everybody to have. And I'll just take a note of who would need an Ice Shield also. Flame Shield is fine, I don't really care. So yeah, I'm gonna need one of each, 2 gauntlets, 3 gauntlets, 2 shields. Alright. Yeah, if you remember me saying when we found one, the Thief Gauntlet will actually add to your agility and in turn boost your evade percentage, so that'll really help us out. And the shields, for obvious reasons, not only does it give the added bonus over, I think it's a little better than the gold, if I recall correctly. So, even though the gold does resist, I believe it resists lightning, I'll just equip the ice over it just for the added boost. But, yeah, the Thief will, in addition to giving us some defense, finally, will give us a little added evade there also. So, definitely give that some use. They're so cheap that it's, well, you might as well. And yeah, should be good to go there. Let me get rid of the rest of this crap first. Any more? You can see how I restocked last time. I bought 2 elixirs this time. It's not necessary. The next dungeon we have to go through is actually relatively easy compared to the last few we've been through. Oh, okay, I'll keep that in mind. I have a feeling I already have one of them. Might as well take a look at the weapon shop while we're in here. And we have a lot of the strongest stuff you can buy at this point. In case you were wondering if the ice and fire equipment, like we have an example of the flame spear here and the ice bow, if those did more damage to ice weak and fire weak respectively, I believe they do. So if you want to take advantage of that, well, go ahead. The power staff, I don't really care about. It's stronger, but I can't remember if that one has a -5 or -20 insult penalty, but I don't really care. I believe the Ogre Axe is the strongest axe you can buy at this point also, but I don't have anybody using axes, so no thanks. There's nothing really to say about the item shop, just your typical item shop there. Oh. Okay. Apparently nobody who made it here. Alright then. Now we'll take a look at that momentarily. You're not going to tell me exactly where. It's just, oh, it's somewhere. Just sail around. Not particularly. We need 2 masks. And the crystal rod. Alright. So we need to find a cave in the middle of the sea. At least it's not a shrine in the middle of the sea. You can look through all these books here. I don't think Wild Rose says anything, but it gives you a little more information on all of our keywords, so why not? Some of it useful, some of it not so much. Well, I'm sure that's not true at all. We'll have people that can fake levitate. Let's see. Sunflame. Oh. Well, I guess that kind of explains the lake around it. Ah. I see. Kind of gives you a little information on how it came to be there. Ha ha ha. Well, I could have used that information a long time ago, but... If only we had another lock in the game we could use that on. But we don't. That'd be helpful. Wish I could fly. Hans came back? After he defeated Diablo, he spent the rest of his life with the Hiryus. And he became the first Dragoon. Well, good for them. Alright. The Rod of Legend. A maiden of solid stone. Hint, hint, hint. Nice rhyming there. Black with the likeness of a drone. We'll get to that eventually. Okume has no information. Pandemonium, huh? Oh. Well, I guess we'll keep an eye out for that. I haven't been directed to Goni Tower yet. Maybe that's where Min went after all this time. I don't know how he would get in there if he doesn't have all the stuff. Obviously, I have the white mask. But what we're supposed to do with this is there's a Gatta statue down here, and we just use the white mask on it. Hooray! And I don't think it even takes the white mask, so... Unfortunately, you're stuck with it. And by the way, some of the other enemies we could have met up with around Mysidia, you can meet up with Bighorns, some more of the Manta Rays, I think they're called Flyers, and we could also meet up with... Oh goody! Said no one about these. Cockatrices! You remember what these guys do? Petrification, potentially. They have a skill, I believe it's called Glare, that will give them a chance to do that. Probably could have did this a little bit better. As long as I'm not petrified, I still have a couple gold needles, but thankfully the two in the back can't do anything yet. Alright. And might as well, just for the sake of not being petrified to death, send all of the two other people. Oh. I was gonna say, they don't have that much HP, and they're not really all that fast either. Usually, every time I meet up with these guys at this point, my guys will be going first. Can I get through it without being petrified? Absolutely! They don't seem to be as thrilled with using their petrification as they are in some other Final Fantasy games, but, well, they can if they would like to. And I think I put in the video description, you can meet up with most of the jellies around here, including the black one, which I believe is weak to fire, if I recall correctly. And let's go look for that island in the middle of nowhere. There's an easy way to get to it. If you want to rest up in Altea, feel free to do so right there. And the other two jellies there, the red and the orange, are, I believe they're both weak to fire, if I recall correctly. No, the red one is neutral to fire. The red one is weak to a bolt and strong to ice. And the yellow one is weak to fire and ice, and I believe strong to bolt, if I recall correctly, or neutral to it. Once we get to this section where it drops off really quickly, just head straight south. After we deal with some buccaneers! I didn't show them off earlier, but they're kind of going to be embarrassing at this point. Let us equip Lawnmower and mow over enemies. Is this supposed to be like an anchor on the end of his sword, or is it just design? I don't know. Kind of looks like a J or something, but maybe that's just part of the graphics. Hooray! Agility! And if we go straight south, eventually, it'll dump you off right in the mouth of this place. Alright, let's give this place a look. Like I was alluding to earlier, nothing terribly difficult in here. The first floor you can meet up with both of the dual head monsters, the regular dual head and the dual zombie, and both of the mouse monsters are in here, so the stunner and the were-rat will also make another appearance. In addition to X Potion, you can also meet up with the red jellies quite a bit in here, so just remember to use Layla's Bolt skill to get rid of them. It's fine if you haven't been grinding it. Level 2 is enough to drop a red jelly there. And I'll be using the Fire spell to get rid of the other ones. Unfortunately, the two attackers, they don't really have much they can do. You can curse them to get a little damage in, because chances are they're not going to be doing really any damage at all, unless they critical. But by the time the two fighters whittle it down, the magic users have already caught up to them, so I'll just use this opportunity to boost their shield and their sword stats a little bit. Because why not? Hooray! Yeah, I think they have quite a bit more HP than that, unfortunately. The yellow ones, which we can meet up with later, you could potentially drop one of those, but... And just like all the other slime, jelly-type monsters, they can poison you, but that's really an afterthought at this point. Yay! Ether! And alright, let us move on. And the only other thing I can think of that you might be able to come across on the first floor, I think they don't start till the second floor, but you can meet up with some G-Toads, which can't toad you, but they can poison you. They're weak to ice, but other than that, they're pretty unremarkable monsters, so... Like I said, this is going to be a pretty chill dungeon. Give us a chance to boost our spells and stuff without really having to worry about what's going to murder me around the next corner. And this floor's pretty straightforward. Let's just grab that chest up here. Quickly. We get a Valium! And let's take these stairs for now. You don't have to if you are for whatever reason having trouble, or simply don't care about all the treasure. Well, you don't have to come this way. And we get another thread. Neato. NPC food. And we could always use more elixir money, or ether money. And if we come over here, there's a little... You're silly! These guys have always looked like Shy Guys to me. Oh, really? There's only a few things they can actually say. The You're Silly, My Mask is the Best, and the guys that give you a hint that there is a pretty black mask somewhere down below. And if we come over and talk to this guy, he is a little shop that you can purchase the Demon Spear Axe, Earth Drum, which does earth damage when used as an item in battle, and the Ruby Armor. None of it's all that remarkable. I want to say... I think the Demon Spear... No, I think the Flame Spear would be doing more damage, so the Demon Axe, I'm pretty sure, is like half of what the Ogre Axe is in terms of damage. The Ruby plate is light armor, but if you really cared about that, you could buy the better quartz armor in thin there. But I will just use him as a junk drop to get rid of all the crap I just found. And yeah, that'll be pretty much it. Other than that, nothing really interesting down here other than these guys, so I will backtrack and I will meet you up a few floors by where we just first went down by that treasure chest. So I'll meet you back there for next time, and let's play Final Fantasy II. This is Takamasak, and I'll see you later.